Nathan Clark, Domination Nation Gym. I've got an awesome chest workout for you today. I'm on a 5-day split now, and we're gonna work just the chest today. We're gonna hit it from the mechanical tension, muscle damage, and metabolic acidosis. I'm gonna show you every workout. If you're looking for hypertrophy or fat loss, you should be incorporating these different mechanisms of muscle growth and fat loss.
This is an activation exercise I do before most workouts. This is a band here. I'm kind of getting my nervous system fired up, ready to roll, and my muscles ready to contract. So the first part of the workout here, we're doing 6 sets of dumbbell presses, flat press, focusing on turning my hands in to get the bottom portion of the pec really activated. I'm focusing specifically on squeezing my abs as hard as I can, contracting my lats at the bottom to make sure I'm going from fully elongated to fully contracted. You can see this is a new bench I have called a Watson bench from the UK. Allows my shoulder blades to freely move, which I love. I find a significant more firing when I do this. Again, this is 6 sets. I'm only taking 45 to 60 seconds rest here. So you're gonna find this is very intense, particularly by the 3rd and 4th set. Just really focus on the contraction here more than anything. Rather than pushing the weight, you're focusing on actually contracting the pec as hard as you can. Starting in a neutral position and rotating your hands in. Really is a nice twist to your traditional dumbbell press that you do, because it's really gonna hit the fibers in a different way than you're used to. This is my last set of the 6, so I'm really winded by now, and I'm kind of holding a stretch at the end. We're going to move on to 5 sets with incline presses. Now I'm trying to be as explosive as possible with this particular movement. I'm actually using the same weight as before because I'm already kind of winded. You're focusing on pushing and pressing and being explosive as much as you can to really stimulate the nervous system. I love to do these standing up because it gives me the ability to contract my abs and allow my spine to be in a neutral position. Try this standing up as opposed to sitting down. You're going to notice it's a superior movement. But this is really the neurologic portion. Now this last set, I'm doing 5 straight drop sets where I'm holding this in an extreme stretch as much as I can until it's absolutely too excruciating for me to hold it any longer. So here, I'm turning my arms in slightly and really squeezing my abs and trying to stretch those pec fibers as much as I can with that weight. And I'm moving on to an additional weight. Now notice here with some of these drop sets, see how I'm keeping my hands outside of my elbows. That's keeping tension on the pecs the entire time. Now you're looking for 5 to 6 reps with each drop set, and then you're gonna hold this extreme stretch. It's excruciatingly painful, but it's stretching the fascial fibers of the pec and allowing the tissue to grow and expand. This is my second of the drop sets. And you're just moving straight on for several more. Again, you can see how I keep my hands outside my elbows. That's a tip you can use with these presses to really keep tension on them the whole time. Turning your arms in and holding that stretch and squeeze. Like I said, it's more painful than it looks just because you're not used to holding it in that stretch position. You do want to protect your shoulder, so that's why I turn my hands in. This is me with an additional drop set. I think by the time I'm done here, I'm struggling with like 50 pounds because I'm just completely winded. But this last drop set is a fantastic way to finish off this portion of the workout. So the last portion of the workout, we're going to move into a giant set of 5 different exercises. We're doing a cable cross with my palms turned up and in. I'm actually grabbing just the rope and I'm squeezing right to my hips. And then we're going to superset that with a traditional cable cross right along the nipple line. I actually drop the level of the cable a little bit to get a better angle of pull. And then we're going to go straight into what we call cable push press for the same number of reps, trying to really push and squeeze those pecs as much as possible. And then we're moving straight into a 1-arm machine press. This is a great way to focus on 1 arm at a time. Studies show you activate 20% more muscle fibers when you work them 1 arm at a time. That's why I love doing this with chest. You should do that with every single body part incorporated in your training. So I'd love to incorporate that in my programs. 1 arm at a time training. So the last part of the superset, I'm actually doing a negative push-up. I'm doing it on these perfect push-up bars. I'm starting wide, I'm going more narrow when I fatigue. Trying to hold this as long as I possibly can, squeezing in with my hands as hard as I can. So you see I'm going to go from the push-up bars, and I'm going to fatigue here in a second and go just to my hands on the ground. Again, this is the last part of the superset, really hits the muscle fibers intensely. So this is the last of the 3 sets here, starting with my palms in as shown before, squeezing and contracting all the way to the hips, focusing on full elongation to full contraction to hit all the muscle fibers, creating as much muscle damage and mechanical tension as possible. And again, this is showing you the second portion of the movement along the nipple line. These handles are phenomenal. They're called track handles. They rotate in 3 different planes, so you can rotate the pec through its normal range of motion from abduction to internal rotation. This is the cable press shown again. Just a great way to do intra-set supersetting. Showing you my last set of the one-arm machine presses, focusing more on the middle portion of the range of motion. One arm at a time really helps. And these negative push-ups are just a killer. Push-ups are a great way to build your chest. I'm kind of starting with my body more out over my arms, so it's more of a chest-dominant movement than a tricep-dominant movement. I love finishing with this on chest. Your chest fibers will really be significantly fatigued by the end.
That's a great workout, guys. Try that out. Again, we're hitting the hypertrophy and fat loss from all 3 mechanisms: the mechanical tension, metabolic acidosis, and muscle damage. I love working out this way. Lots of cool things to show you in the future. Like, subscribe, and comment below. Tell me what you want to see, or tell me the things that you would do differently. I really appreciate your feedback. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.